Come on. Alright, Dream Decker's taking its sweet time, so it'll be updated in a second. Let's dive in, though. So, similar-ish to the last build that we played. I guess that's not strictly true. So this build is notably not playing History of Benalia, and instead has Gideon Blackblade as kind of a its 3-drop slot. Got a little bit more Planeswalkers here, but we don't have Teferi at the top end. One thing I do worry about in a build like this versus something like the Esper deck, the Esper build that we just looked at, is Esper has Teferi as a sustained source of card advantage every single turn, whereas this build doesn't really have that. We don't have any cards that every single turn they're in play, they sit there and they generate card advantage for us, like this deck is able to do. How many black sources are in here? It's a 7-13. I'm going to add at least one more here. 14's probably about the floor of what we want. YouTuber here, just dropping into resub. Thanks for making my exercise time entertaining. Thanks for the 8 months, Gunner Dreams. I appreciate the support. Bolas is great card advantage splash for him. You know. So in my mind, I want to be comparing the old 98% to number 6 down pair. Quite to the down pair. And Rolf actually just signed on. I have him in my Twitch notifications. So if you want to watch this match from both sides, you can fire up his Twitch stream as well. Wraith MMX, thanks for the half a year support. I appreciate that. Welcome. It seems like, okay, it needs another white source, but we're on the draw, so hopefully we can hit that. Have a couple of 2s we can play out. Rolf hit the number 1 spot playing Jeskai Friends, like we were just playing against previously with the Esper build, so wouldn't be too surprised to see them playing that. Getting a 2-drop down is good in this matchup just because it allows us to pressure their Planeswalkers early. Yeah, Prohibit and the new Force of Whatever are almost certainly both going to see play. Okie doke. Which 3-mana walker do we have? Yep. Yikes. At least we get to guaranteed cast this in 2 turns, but missing on the Resplendent Angel here feels bad. So if we'd have hit on the Resplendent Angel, we'd have had a flying threat to kill the Saheeli next turn. Although I wouldn't be too surprised if we just get like 3-mana Teferi here, so it doesn't really matter. It's pretty good. Animation is A+ on that card. Yep. It's a little better than 3-mana Tef.
No time for a break.
Big Papa Tef is here and he's very angry. I'm probably gonna throw away these Tithe Takers just to get not only clear some of their 1/1s, but also to give us the ability to have some flying pressure. Gonna hit the Teferi here, so that way I can play Seraph and then have 3/1/1, or have this plus this to hit it for 5 next turn in a perfect world where they don't have anything else. Probably pretty dead from this position, though. You just kind of see their cards just generate board presence while also generating card advantage simultaneously, and we're a little bit choked on mana at the moment. Okay, Narset bodes well for us. Hoping to dodge spot removal here. Okay, that is not ideal. If we can get the Teferi off the table this turn, we might have a fighting chance. If they get to untap with the Hero of Dominaria again, this game is almost certainly done. Didn't get Circled at least though, so we got that going for us. Well, they definitely want a sweeper.
You need to slow down.
Okay. No blocks. So this means I get to finish Teferi at least next turn. Attacking the Narset doesn't really do anything though, because they have another one in their hand. So like if I can't put this to 1, it's really no difference in attacking it or not attacking it. So I think I'm actually just going to ship both of these at Teferi. Just because, like, the alt text on this doesn't matter. So just, like, ensuring that I kill this is most important, I think. I have a veto here. That would be rough.
Gideon Jura.
Yes, I technically missed a point of lifelink here. I don't really want to activate the Growth Chamber Guardian before I redraw my Seraph. Maybe I'm supposed to have played the Curl Harpooner here because it's better against like a Deafening Clarion or a Sweeper. It's a very real possibility.
Mind and body should mean I have just the trick for this.
See them playing out the other Narset proactively, like we said they were likely to. So Gideon doesn't really do anything meaningful for 2 more turns. He can give Growth Chamber Guardian Vigilance at least. Really aggressive Narset. Their hand must have a whole lot of nothing going on in it. Just really want that sweeper effect. Next turn will probably be Gideon plus on the Growth Chamber Guardian, make it indestructible, swing everything into the Narset to try and cut down on their ability to dig to more sweeper effects here. Deal.
I could take a hit or two.
Make this indestructible. I guess I could have declined making this indestructible. So that way they could have had the option to double block it and then I fart it. So I could have made this Vigilance to defend this better. Then they wouldn't have gotten to protect this. I've knocked this off of being able to go find something, which is nice. The question now becomes how how much do I want to extend out here? So, like, if one of these two cards is a Clarion, I get pretty screwed if I play the Resplendent Angel, but I also feel like my opponent's, like, going wide enough here that I kind of just need to go similarly wide to match. Maybe it's wrong to play the Curl Harpooner out because I know they could have a Sark and make a Dragon next turn. I don't know, not using 2 of my mana this turn seems pretty medium. Yeah, I guess that's true. That shuffles the Seraph of the Scales off the top of my deck too, which gives me the chance to hit a 6 land for a Resplendent Angel the following turn. And then I could have played the other Growth Chamber Guardian out to use my other 2 mana up for the turn. A big part of what makes the opponent's archetype so good is just the fact that it has so much it has so many ways to gum up the board that I think I'm actually just gonna double block here. There's so many ways to gum up the board that, like, you have to go wide and then you end up, like, playing into Clarion. Hey, thanks 3125. I appreciate the support. So let's make this indestructible. And then let's attack both of these here. Not attacking these because Cirque and Static will shoot them down. So don't do that. You'll be sad. This is definitely a little bit punishing in the face of having spent that out. So yeah, probably playing and activating this and replaying the new one last turn is probably a bit better. That being said, if they want to keep Sarkit alive here, they're going to have to throw away both their tokens. We've got that going for us. And the next turn I get to play this. I'm still at 18, so that means even if they plus this and attack with 3/4 next turn, we're like in an okay spot. We're going to be just dead to Clarion here, basically, but I don't really have anything to play around that at this point, the way I've sequenced. Yeah, they play Saheeli and Clarion. So you're saying Saheeli and Clarion's a non-bow? I'd actually argue it's the inverse of that. So what Saheeli does is, the way Saheeli gums up the board, she encourages your opponent to go wider, and when your opponent goes wider, that makes your Clarions more potent. I'd actually make the argument that those cards play well together as opposed to being at odds with each other. And then, like, it's really worth noting here that my sequencing on the Curl Harpooner is ultimately what's losing us this game. If I would have had the Curl Harpooner to kill their 4/4 dragon, my Spirit tokens would have been able to manage their other Planeswalkers, but I was unable to attack their other Planeswalkers with my Spirit tokens because of the static text on Cirkin, because I was unable to kill this. Peak and Fern, thanks for the 17 months, I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, Gideon's gonna take one for the team here.
My strength gave out.
He took 16 for the team. Thank you very much. It was only 16. Is it crazy to let them pick who they keep here? Like, if I don't guaranteed... Yeah, I should probably just guaranteed kill Sarkin.
I will consume. Come on.
He makes a lot of 4/4 flyers. Yeah, the sequencing on the Crawl Harpooner was just everything this game. This one was a really good example of, like, how making one small decision on an early turn just, like, causes everything to snowball out of control on you. Howdy, Tom. I just made, like, a slightly better decision on turn 5, or whenever that was. Man, Teferi really pushed his Growth Chamber Guardian out of the format, too. Just feels really bad to, like, have my 5 mana investment just, like, sent back to the Stone Age, basically. Yeah. I think there's a good chance we'll be able to play through that if I use that Harpooner better. It all just got real bad real fast. Despark's great here, obviously. Vivien's okay. Midnight Reaper is fine. Knight of Autumn doesn't accomplish a whole lot. Been playing Thorn Lieutenant over Growth Chamber Guardian. Yeah, that's not unreasonable. Tithe Taker also felt kind of bad that game just because he was a, what's the word that I'm searching for? He was just like a 2/1 that could barely attack in. Like I said, there were a lot of decision points back and forth there as we played. I think the key one. The key one was was when I used the Crawl Harpooner and then didn't have an answer to the dragon. Game all chance. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I am incredibly unlucky. The lack of Assassin's trophies in the 75 is probably a little bit wrong as well. That card's, like, incredibly efficient in this current format. It's one of the removal spells I've really liked in, this format. Chalky, you can find a variety of different Jeskai lists on the SCG Open this weekend. Who remembers the Shaheen Saranis of the world writing about Carnage Tyrant needing to be banned because it was oppressive to control decks? Anybody remember that world? All those cards are still legal. Yeah, we did it! We did it! Play my 3-mana spell. Get my 3-mana spell bounced. Do 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 do. Hey, Griffin, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome.
Let's slow this down.
Just a phenomenal example of
Be a bad idea.
4 mana, 3 mana cards that don't really impact the board.
Now what?
Thunk. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant is what? Hamstrung. Grixis a good deal. And then they printed Wilderness Reclamation, and Carnage Tyrant was just like, but a fever dream, just like, oh no. I was like, well, they bounced this on me. So I shocked in my land just in case they play a 5 mana Planeswalker and I want to Despark it. Because like if they play a 5-drop, I want to Despark it and then like untap and be able to like activate my Resplendent Angel if I hit a 6 mana. My health total's not like really under duress until they're ready to turn the corner, so I think it's worth paying the 2 life for the potential upside. I'm gonna tuck in my Angel here. Yeah, like this is just like, this is just such a good example of like keeping me off kilter, right? Like their first Teferi sent one back to my hand, and now this one tucks it in, so like they're just like thoroughly keeping my board empty while also building their own board alongside Saheeli here. That Thantos fellow, thank you for the 3rd of a year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. I like the idea of Thorn Lieutenant in this deck. That seems much better in the face of these Tefris that are floating around than Growth Chamber Guardian. Johnny looking much worse than Sorin here. Can't a Johnny and pick back up Midnight Reaper. I can a Johnny and pick back up Tithe Taker though. Okay.
I train every day. No one is more prepared than me. Meditate and prepare.
Yep. So, I think I actually play this in plus here. Because if I hit Narset for 2, it means they don't get to draw another card with it. But, like, now they could just, like, play Sarkin and, like, kill my Ajani on the backswing, and I just don't really have anything going on.
With a new plan.
Listen to them roar.
I have reached my limit.
Well, Unless their hand is like four or five blanks at the moment, we're probably done here. Yep.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Alright. Let's slide a couple of things around here. Let's get some Thorn Lieutenants in here. Overgrowth Chamber Guardian. He's pretty good against the red decks, and good against Teferi minus. I don't know that I like a Johnny in this deck. What are... Are just supposed to be a bunch of History of Benalias? I feel like they're just supposed to be a bunch of History of Benalias. Yeah, I don't know that I love Tithe Taker in this format either. A lot of people have pushed away from instant speed interaction in order to like play around little Teferi. So like what's the other Tithe Taker? Like the 2-drop Knight was just like not unreasonable in... Yeah, I give out mod swords when people have been subbed for a year, Hex. Usually I only give them out early for people I know or for like absurdly large donations. Yeah, it could be Vanguard. I like that this card plays defense nicely though. This card like attacks and blocks like relatively well. Crosswind Scizor, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. We don't have enough black sources to consistently cast Elder Spell quickly. Yeah, it's a soft combo with history. Exactly. Alright, let's try this. Retool the 2-drops a little bit. Get some Assassin's Trophies in here. Thoughts on an Abzan bow deck? Could be interesting. It's not something I've played or worked on, though. Alright. We hit the land just in time. God bless. Well, there's only 24 lands in this deck. That's probably a little bit loose too. People like casting their spells a lot less than I do. Yeah, the Dreadhorde deck's super reasonable. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like I said, I think the Dreadhorde deck is gonna very just easily be the mid-range deck for the season. It's possible I'm supposed to just leave that Deputy alone. Just because, like, it's my last removal spell, and, like, if they have another Thief or a Hero, I want to kill that. But, like, if they have a Thief, I have, like, blockers. Definitely want to play Seraph here as opposed to either of my 3-drops, because this way, if I draw a land next turn, I can go Gideon Blackblade plus, or draw a white source, I could do a Gideon plus Resplendent in the same turn. Just like 3/3. Yep.
I know my responsibility. You need to slow down.
What do you want to swap it for, Roth? Just want a flying threat here, I think. So we can go over and kill Teferi next turn if they brick. The Growth Chamber Guardians, maybe?
Let's skip to the good part.
I definitely think Thorn Lieutenant's better against the red decks. That deck tends to have extra mana compared to this one that's going a little bit bigger. Night Veil Predator. Well, that's terrifying. I guess I get to make this indestructible. I unfortunately did not hit the quad white, so I can't play a history this turn as well, which sucks.
This is hardly my worst.
Now, I think Spell Pierce tends to be bad in decks that want to go past, like, the 8th turn, and Sultai Flash definitely wants to go long. Yeah, Stream Decker was chugging for me earlier. Taking a long while to pop up. These card quality decks feel like they kind of struggle in this format, as opposed to something like Abzan Hero that has a lot of, like, planeswalkers in it to generate card advantage.
I'm known for my excellent timing. I've got time.
We're just dead, right? I used to only watch your MTGO videos on YouTube, but now I'm here watching Sander. Keep up the great content. Welcome back, Clamster. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Deputy and Teferi both very good at putting you off tempo. I don't know that Honor Guard is good enough just for stopping Deputy Detention. Like, maybe they have Hostage Taker as well. I think I cut Gideon Blackblade. They don't really have artifacts and enchantments, so Night of Autumn probably comes out too. This doesn't really attack through a whole lot. It just dies. Pulling a Vivien, I guess. Okay. Got an aggressive-ish start here on the play. Knight into history. Although... Do I take turn 3 off here and kill this? If I don't kill this, it just makes blockers, making my history bad anyways. Which becomes less appealing. Is this the last deck of the day? Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Land. Alright, perfect. So I can trophy. I want to attack before I trophy because they're not going to block, and while this is in play, this has 1 extra power. This does kick them up to 5 mana, which lets them Teferi next turn, but definitely can't sit there and just get hit by Thief of Sanity. Yep. Yeah, I saw Goblin Matron get spoiled, Marty, and I was just like, oh, there's gonna be adorable people who think their Goblin deck can be a mid-range deck. Not player. Yep. 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 Hey, Captain Jack. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having an excellent start to your week. You have a sword to go with your shield. First strike is busted, chat. Get him. Get him. Hey, from the crypt. Thanks for the biddies. Hope you're having a great Monday. That's true. We're certainly gonna get new submissions. I'm excited to tap out for Factor Fiction, then step and die to Ad Nauseam. God bless us, everyone. Wow, their hand is supposed to be a bunch of air here, huh? They're taking that trade. Alright, here's my 3/3 flyer. Oh, they just have black removal. That makes sense. They're sitting on black removal. They can't touch Knight of Grace. Can't touch this. That notably also does not touch Knight of Grace. I guess they're gonna triple block here. Really? I'd have thought they'd have stack blocked for sure. Yeah, Knight of Grace is just a super playable card. A lot of these mid-range decks have a lot of black removal in them, and then like a 2/2 first strike is just like also good against the aggressive decks in the format. Yeah, right? Could you imagine if these were Tithe Takers, we'd just be completely out of the game?
Lord of Innistrad. I require your body,
Yep.
not your soul.
I'm gonna try one more here, but this really just kind of feels like a bad Abzan hero deck. Like, the Abzan hero deck is at least, like, set up to, like, grind and generate card advantage, and, like, this is just trying to be, like, a one-for-one card quality, and, like, the quality of your cards in this format is just, like, not high enough to do that. You need ways to, like, actually generate meaningful two-for-ones and have, like, planeswalkers that run away with the game, it feels like. And this deck does not do those things. This deck is not playing 4 CMC Vraska. That's something that the Abzan hero deck does. That's very good. Yeah, not only that, but, like, a lot of the good stat line cards this deck is playing, just, like, they just don't line up well into a world of, like, 3 mana, Teferi, bounce your thing. What does a dedicated goblins deck mean? Does that mean a bad mid-range goblin deck that doesn't have meaningful disruption? Yeah, I think I'm gonna play some Abzan hero after this. I need to narrow down what I want to play on Saturday, and Abzan hero is one of the decks I could see myself playing. Yeah, Legacy Goblins is like a control deck that's only like close to fringe playable because it grinds card advantage against the blue decks in the format. Legacy Goblins notably is very, very bad against all the combo decks that exist in that format for the most part, which is most of what Modern is. Don't have white mana to give this Vigilance, and I think I want to leave it back. Like, hitting them to 19 is not that big of a deal. If they have a removal spell for this, I don't want to take, like, 4 on the back swing. Yeah, not attacking here is very good in the face of a little Teferi.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I've got it.
That's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good too, though.
I will have revenge for House Markov.
Only time will tell.
Is a useful trait.
Alright, gain 8. Trigger my angel. This card's very good. One of those ones that's been real good inside of Abzan hero. Yeah, there should definitely be honor guards in the sideboard of Abzan hero. Good one. Wow, did they just, like, not kill Resplendent Angel? I guess with Sorin in play, they kind of have to not kill Resplendent Angel, huh?
The weak feed the strong.
Yeah, Sorin's just like, BT dubs, you gained infinite. Hope that was okay with you. Sorin plus Resplendent Angel is pretty good. They're playing hero again. Me and Vice, I went to play this weekend at the BMCQ. 19 basic mountains. No, I'm gonna play one more after this. We just kind of burned through everything I had set up today. Because we hit some real stinkers. I think this is too slow. If by weird you mean bad, then yes, Marty. The recommendation after getting beat up for a couple of games was definitely, hey, you should try the Steam Kin list on our website.
Trust me. Thank you later. Oh, I've done the hero thing before. Hey, that was uncalled for. Don't worry, I got this.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Yeah, it's definitely been a tough morning, Bob.
I've got time.
As the formats become efficient, it's been a rough time. Seven more months till a new non-rotating format. 7 more months till a new non-rotating format. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Mono Blue Spell Pierce? Spell Pierce is a heck of a drug. Hey, Kensei. Have a sword to go with your shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Sounds like the audio is starting to go. Good enough. These people are great. Buy their stuff. These people also great. Buy their stuff. I'm not sure what you mean, Caper. Alright, we drew a non-green land. Feels bad, man. Perfect. One turn late, but better late than never. Bounce this, Teferi. Yeah, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Elf Warrior coming at you hot, chat. We're feeling hot, hot, hot. Do, 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 do.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
It's hard to really say what to look forward to without knowing, like, what set we're going back to. Yeah, it really depends on where it starts. Oh, if I would have played this, Knight of Grace would have been bigger, but at the same time, then my opponent would have Vraska's contempted this, which would have been a little bit sad. We're going back to beta. Alright, well, opponent's doing a whole lot of nothing, so we might just get him here. Well, apparently my opponent had nothing and then they died. Sometimes them having nothing is the out. That's a good example of, whoa, we got a mythic I didn't have. Value. Like, I know we just won that match there, but really I just feel like this is kind of just a bad version of Abzan hero. So, like, this deck's, like, trying to, like, kind of have an aggressive slant, but it's just, like, doesn't have the closing power to really close out through what any of the mid-range decks are doing. And I really feel like I'd much rather just be playing this, which is just a little bit more grindy overall, so that way when you get to the mid game, which these decks basically all inevitably get to the mid game because it doesn't have a lot of closing power. In the mid game, we've got a lot of tools like Sorin and Vraska and Midnight Reaper and Vivien. We have all these tools that allow us to really grind in a way where we're able to keep up when we make it to that mid game. That's like pretty bound to happen most of the time. Gosh, do I want to play this? I don't know that I want to think about this. I need to put some thought into this. Because, like, I probably want Tocatli Honor Guards and Kaya's. But if I want Tocatli Honor Guards, I, probably need to push around Tool Smear among other things. The link between, thank you for the 12 months of support. Have a sword to go with your shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I don't know that I want to put any thought into this right now. What else do we have in the deck queue? No, I really don't want to spend time playing things that aren't in the queue, and I don't have anything put together. I'm just gonna go ahead and take off for the day, I think. It's 3 o'clock. Our numbers are down because day 9's show is going on, and they're going for another hour or so. So rather than slog through, I'm gonna send y'all's over day 9 way. And I will catch all y'all around later. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will run late tomorrow. All right, everybody, catch you around later.